There. I need to turn off the heater because it is not cold. Hey y'all, it's Steffi and welcome back to Vlogmas. So I just got home from work a little bit ago and I placed an order on DoorDash. So it just got delivered. I just fed Juicy, so we have a good 25 minutes to just catch up, hang out, eat some food together. Well, we're not just gonna hang out, y'all. So let me put a timer on before I forget and get distracted. For Vlogmas, I thought I would do something kind of different and fun. We're gonna do a mukbang, not really, but I'm gonna eat my dinner at the same time as watching a very old video of mine that actually never made it onto my YouTube channel. Started watching it a little bit, just trying to figure out what the video was. And then I thought, you know what, why don't I film my reaction to that video? Because it'll be like brand new, like I'm watching it with y'all. So that's what we're gonna do today. I'm going to be eating my dinner while reacting to my Perfect Imperfections tag video that I had filmed back in 2010. I got busy starting with the Big Four and all that other jazz, so it never made its way onto my YouTube channel. I thought it'd be fun, you know? So I'm using my Xbox. Actually, this is one of Mike's Xboxes that he passed down to me. I've been playing Final Fantasy on it. So let me set that up. And then let me set up my delicious dinner. Let's see what all I got. Oh. They gave me a salad as well as my soup. That's nice. I'm not going to be able to eat all of this, so I'm going to save some for tomorrow's lunch. Garlic bread that is so delicious. This is a cheesecake. Mike's coworker's wife made a cheesecake recently that literally was the best freaking cheesecake I've ever had in my entire life. And so now I'm on the search for something that tastes even like comparable to it. It's probably not the best idea for me to wear a white shirt while I eat this, but you know what? Ow, it's hot. You know what? I'm just gonna go with it because hashtag ain't nobody got time for that. Owie, so hot. Capellini with roasted garlic, tomato, basil sauce, and shrimp on top. It's so good, y'all. I took off my other sweater because that one I bought when I was in Europe, and that one I'm not gonna screw up because I love it so much. Let me just preface this, okay? It's gonna be kind of a shock, I'm sure, so let me first unwrap my garlic bread because I like to eat this when it's fresh. I'm just gonna dip this. Okay, y'all ready for this? Hi, cutie. Hey, y'all. So today I thought I would go ahead and do a tag video so that you guys can see a little bit more about me personally rather than just seeing me doing makeup tutorials or hauls or outfits of the day. Obviously, those are things that I enjoy just because it's like my hobby to do YouTube videos. And if the occasional part of the video that comes around, yeah, I'll do those. But for the most part, YouTube is my hobby, and I've met a lot of cool people over the internet or through common experience or interest in blogging and, you know, makeup and that kind of a thing. So I just wanted to show you guys a little bit more about me personally, or get to know me a little bit more if you want. And yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and do the Perfect Imperfections tag. I wasn't tagged by anyone in particular. I just thought that it would be a good time for me to go ahead and do that tag video. And yeah, so I'm going to first say three things that I guess, I don't exactly remember, but I guess three things that are imperfections of mine, things that I feel that I can improve on, things that, you know, I don't necessarily like about myself, but definitely can improve on. So, first of all, obviously, one thing I'm insecure about and that I would like to, you know, fix is the fact that I have crooked teeth. And this has been an insecurity of mine, something that I've been bothered by, you know, my whole life. And it's not just because people have been telling me on YouTube, you know, oh, you have crooked teeth. Seriously, you don't think that I don't already know that, you know? So it doesn't really have much to do with people pointing it out to me because it's something that I'm aware of. And it just kind of annoys me when people kind of say that, you know? So I'm just like, okay, thanks for pointing out the obvious, you know? So, anyways, yes, you know, without going into particular detail of my life because there are some things that I don't want to talk about. You know, my family just never was able to give me braces, and so it's been one thing that, you know, it's been my goal. It's like, okay, finish college, get a good job, you can get your braces. So that's where I'm at right now. You know, I'm going to start my new job next month. They have a really good dental plan where it's basically going to cover half of my cost of braces, so it's saving me a lot of money to wait this long, which is why, you know, people ask me like, oh, why don't you go stop buying stuff and you can get your braces? Well, if I'm going to be saving like half of the cost, you know, a couple $1,000s, I would rather wait until then to get it, and y'all don't even know if I'm saving or not, so that's really none of your business.
Yes, honey. Snap back, baby.
Yeah, so that is something that I'm insecure about. Something I don't really, you know, it's an imperfection of mine. Although I've come to terms with the fact that I have crooked teeth, I don't think it looks ridiculously.
Relax. I know, Mom was getting turned because that was, you know, I remember those days, y'all. Like, you don't think that I had that insecurity just like in day-to-day life? Okay, let me just say, in the US, I know that straight white teeth is like a big thing here in the US, right? I grew up in the US, that's what I grew up around, so that is the culture I'm used to. I know when you go outside of the US, people don't care so much about whether your teeth are perfectly straight or perfectly white, like, yeah, it doesn't matter, right, in other countries, but here it definitely did. So growing up, I already had that insecurity because, you know, my classmates, people you saw on TV, all this other stuff, everyone had this just beautiful smiles, beautiful straight teeth, and when you see that over and over and over again, it kind of just like gets into your brain that that is like what, you know, that is what's pretty, that's what is attractive or whatever. And it was always a big thing for me to like, I know I want that for myself eventually, but I'm gonna do it the right way, which is what I was explaining there, even though I was real sassy. In case you are not part of the OG Stephie fam, and you're kind of newer to the channel in the past 5 years or whatever, or even the past like 2-3 years, it was always something that I was very self-conscious about, but you can just imagine being on YouTube and having crooked teeth. You can just imagine the comments that you get. So I think being on YouTube, it made me even more self-conscious about it, although I didn't let that stop me from living life, pursuing my dreams and all that other jazz. You know what? It is easy, y'all, to fix something physical, and a lot harder if you have a rotten heart. So if you've got mean comments, keep them to yourself. We all have mean thoughts sometimes, but just keep those damn things to yourself, okay? I got braces when I was 25. Real sassy girl, yes, honey. And can we just stop for a moment just to appreciate the messy background? Like, do y'all see, even back then, about the realness of life? Y'all, I didn't care what was behind me, what my background looked like. I filmed anyways. I didn't care. Girl, bye. Continue, little Steph. Continue.
Bad on me, you know, I feel like it's a part of my personality sometimes, but yeah. Anyways, the second imperfection is that I'm not really good at deciphering when people are joking, and because of that, it kind of, you know, I get my feelings hurt a lot when people are saying things that they don't mean or are just joking about. I'll take it, you know, personally or to heart and think that it's something serious, and it just, I feel like it's hard for me to not get my feelings hurt a lot because of that. Yep. And it's definitely something that I've been trying to improve on, and something that, you know, once I was able to recognize that that is something I'm not very good at deciphering, you know, there's definitely something that I was like, hey, Stephanie, that's something I want to fix. So that's one thing. Another thing that is an imperfection of mine.
Just to give a little bit more flavor about that. Over time, and as I've gotten older, I've gotten either just a thicker skin, or I just don't really care. I don't care as much about what other people think of me. Like, it will still, like, I'll get that feeling of kind of like, ugh, I'm kind of embarrassed, or I don't know how to feel about this, or feel uncomfortable, but it goes away a lot quicker than when I was that age. I don't really open up a lot about like teen years or preteen years because my story is just very, it's just different, y'all. I grew up very, very sheltered, and the whole, that joking that I'm expressing there, like when someone is pretending to be mean or like you know, that kind of joking or being sarcastic, or you're acting a certain way but you don't mean it, it's just for fun kind of thing. Like, I didn't really grow up around that. It was viewed kind of negatively when you were a person who did that, like a joker type person. So that's the context that I didn't share back then. As I went into college and everything else, you know, like I started to experience things that maybe y'all have already experienced. Maybe you experienced it already in high school and all the other jazz. So that's the context behind what I was saying there. And I definitely understand where she was coming from back then, because it took me a long time to not just get over that, but also just to understand that, hey, you know what, like, just because someone, whether they were joking or not joking, they were actually being mean, like, that has nothing to do with me. That doesn't reflect anything to do with me. That's your own damn problem, you know? So it took me a long time to understand that. And I think going through hard times and just experiencing life, like, you just become stronger and you just get thicker skin and you just have more confidence in yourself. So anyways, that's kind of the context behind that comment. Let's continue.
And the last imperfection is that I have a tendency to stress out about things easily. I let things get, I let things bother me sometimes a little bit more than they should. You know, if something happens and, you know, that's kind of stressing me out, it kind of dwells with me throughout the day. That's not to say that, you know, I'm just like this, you know, moody person all day long, but it's definitely, you know, like there in the back of my mind, it's kind of bothering me. Sorry, I keep looking out the window, but yeah, that's something I've been trying to work on, not to dwell on things, especially things that, you know, are out of your hands at the moment, or out of my hands at the very moment. There's not really anything I can do about it, so I shouldn't be stressing out about that. And that's something that I've been telling myself to, you know, keep reminding myself about over and over again.
Yes, honey.
Which I'll go more into that, into detail about more of that later on.
That was so hard for me to learn, but y'all, this is why I love, like, vlogs, YouTube, recording videos, having a diary, like, being able to, like, go back in time almost and, like, see yourself. And it's kind of cool to see, like, that, how much I've grown since then. That was, what, 8 years ago? So, y'all, a lot can happen in 8 years. You get a little bit older, but a lot happens in 8 years. So anyway, let's continue. What do I like about myself? I know there was something I liked about myself.
I do like my eyes. I like the color of my eyes. I like
oh,
the shape
that's so
of my
funny.
eyes.
Hold on,
I like
sorry.
my eyelashes.
That's so funny, because I was about to say at the beginning of this video, I was like, oh, my eyes look really pretty there. Like, it's very brown right there. Oh my gosh, how funny. Okay, continue.
That's like one of my favorite features of my face, or my body in particular. I feel like that's something I get from my mother, so of course I love it. Yeah, so the second thing I like about myself,
Got it from my mama. It's hot.
I'm very driven. You know, once I put my mind to something and I'm wanting to attain a certain goal, I will go for that. And, you know, like any goal or anything that you're trying to achieve, obviously it's not going to be smooth sailing.
Mm-hmm.
There's going to be bumps along the road, and I feel
Awesome.
that I handle those pretty well. You know, if I mess up on something or screw up on something, obviously, you know, it bums me out, but in the end, if it's going towards my goal, it's just something that I take as just an obstacle and get past it. So I think that I've done really well with that throughout my life. Things, you know, have not gone my way, but in the end, I always keep going for the goal that I want.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, that's something I like about myself.
Oh, that's
and
a nice one.
The last thing is that I'm, more about that one part though, is I feel like, you know, whenever you go through hard times yourself or with your partner, your friends, your family, your boyfriend, girlfriend, that kind of a thing, I feel like the hard times really show you how strong you are and how strong your relationship with others are. Because, you know, if everything's like smooth and happy and whatever, you can't really tell if they're going to be there for you, or you're going to be able to be strong enough when bad things happen.
Mm-hmm.
And
yes, girl.
yeah, so that's something that, you know, I'm just throwing it out there for you, for me to look back at later on. Just, you know, if you can get through hard times, you know, obviously, because there will be hard times, and you can get through that with yourself and with other people, then that kind of shows you how strong of a person you are. So
Yeah, anyways, that was my little blurb.
Oh, that's so cute. I'm getting a little emotional because I'm just like, oh girl, like look at you. Because I don't even remember what was going on then. I just know it was hard, but that just makes me so proud. I feel like when I'm watching myself, which is kind of weird, it's like my little sister, which is weird, I know. Don't even get me started on why I love YouTube and why I want to be like a big sister to y'all and to obviously myself or whatever. Anyways, yeah, that makes me a little emotional just like hearing myself say that. Years later, and it's just, I don't know, it's cute. Y'all start recording yourself today, okay? Even if you don't show anyone this stuff, just start giving yourself like little video recordings. Captain's log, start date, blah, 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 blah. Okay, let's continue. Sorry, I keep getting sidetracked.
I feel like I'm for the most part, I really care about other people. You know, I try my hardest to be, I guess, cordial to other people, nice to other people. I don't really see any reason for me to, you know, be rude to people or be a biznatch to other people, you know, because there's enough mean, rude people out there in the world that I don't need to, you know, contribute to that. There's really no reason for me to contribute to it. So, for the most part, I really care about other people.
I love how
you know, if someone's having a bad day and they're snippy at me, and you know, I don't necessarily know why they're snippy, but I don't try to just react back to them like that because no good can come from it anyways. Of course, I'll have my bad days where I'm not feeling very good, and you know, I won't, you know, I'm not all like bright and cheery and stuff like that, but for the most part, I try to be that way, or I am that way. And yeah, that's pretty much my imperfections and perfections, or good things, bad things, whatever.
So cute.
Yeah, so I hope you guys like the video. If you haven't done the tag yet, consider yourself tagged so you can go ahead and do the video. And I'd love to see it. I'd love to know what your perfections and imperfections are.
For real.
And yeah, so I hope you guys have a great week, and I will talk to y'all soon.
But anyways, oh, that was cute. I didn't really eat that much, so I need to start eating more. But I hope y'all enjoyed. It was kind of fun just going back in time and seeing my mindset, my thought processes and stuff from when I was younger. How old was I back then? I was turned 22. I am truly curious about what you view as like your perfections and imperfections. If you are a content creator on here and you haven't done this tag yet, please consider yourself tagged and go ahead and film a imperfections, perfections, positive, negatives video if you feel like it. Please be sure to let me know in the comments so that I can go and watch it. I would love to learn more about y'all as well. And if you guys don't do YouTube or don't do these things, then please leave in the comments imperfection and one perfection. It's always kind of nice to like sit and reflect on yourself as a person. I know we all get really busy and sometimes we forget to think about like really in-depth things like, what do I like about myself? What do I do not like about myself, kind of thing. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. If y'all did, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. Let me know if you want me to do some more reacting to old videos, because I would be happy to. And I'm gonna finish my food because I obviously didn't eat as much as I thought I was gonna eat, so this mukbang has failed. And I'm gonna give Juicy her shot in 2 minutes. Come here, baby. You wanna say bye-bye? Come here. Say bye-bye. Say bye, friends. See you later, friends. See you later, friends. Yeah, that's what she's saying. All right. That was my thing back in the day, y'all, when I'd sign off. And there was one where I went, I don't know why. Like, what the heck, girl? Okay, bye, y'all.